Kelly Clarkson couldn't trust ex-Brandon Blackstock and felt he was using her for her money and lifestyle before divorce. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Kelly Clarkson reportedly decided to leave her husband Brandon Blackstock because she couldn't trust him. The 39-year-old singer announced her divorce in June 2020 after 7 years of marriage. In the years since the split, Kelly has been very open about her nasty divorce battle and how hard it's been on her and the 2 kids she shares with her ex Brandon. A source shared with Us Weekly that what it ended up boiling down to was the loss of trust in their relationship. The insider said, she could no longer trust Brandon and she felt that Brandon was just using her for her money and lifestyle. She had tremendous resentment toward him, she just wasn't willing to look the other way anymore. As they continue to hash out their divorce, a judge decided she has to dish out $150,000 per month in spousal support to Brandon, along with around $45,000 a month for child support. But her ex will be the one paying for the upkeep of their sprawling Montana ranch, which costs around $81,000 a month to run. Titty Docs named NFL star and also claimed comic wet victim in Oil Like a Slide. Kelly, who previously asked the court to terminate his ability to seek spousal support, has an impressive monthly income more than $1.5 million, while her ex is earning around $10,000 a month. New court documents seen by The Sun show Brandon has given up on showbiz life since their split. He is now a full-time rancher despite still representing country singer Blake Shelton. According to the news source, Kelly dealt with a lot of pain because of her marriage, ultimately deciding she needed to get out of it. The insider continued, the marriage was really awful at the end. She had a lot of questions that he just couldn't answer. She hasn't and won't ever look back. Kelly has no regrets about filing for divorce. She only stuck it out for as long as she did for her kids. Previously, a source had shared with the outlet that their relationship had been on the rocks for a long time and that Brandon was extremely jealous of all of his wife's success. The insider added, Kelly doesn't take credit for her success but shares it with the teens she works with. It's just who she is. She can now finally enjoy her success without feeling ashamed, the source continued. Kelly Clarkson, the celebrated pop star, songwriter, and television personality, has always been known for her openness and candidness, especially when it comes to her personal life. Throughout her career, Clarkson has made it clear that family is at the heart of her world, but her tumultuous divorce from ex-husband Brandon Blackstock has shed light on deeper issues in their marriage. As fans of the Since You Been Gone singer may know, Clarkson's personal and professional lives have been intertwined in a public spotlight, and her relationship with Blackstock was no exception. In the wake of their highly publicized divorce, Clarkson has revealed the emotional and psychological toll her marriage took on her. Behind the scenes of their seemingly fairy tale relationship, Clarkson began to feel a deep mistrust and disillusionment with Blackstock, her ex-husband and former manager. According to reports and statements made by sources close to the singer, Clarkson started to feel as though Blackstock was no longer her partner in life, but instead someone who was primarily focused on using her for her wealth and lifestyle. For Clarkson, these feelings of betrayal and manipulation became impossible to ignore, ultimately contributing to her decision to end a whirlwind romance that many believe to be one of true love. Clarkson and Blackstock first crossed paths in the early years of Clarkson's career, when Blackstock was working as a talent manager in the music industry. Clarkson was captivated by Blackstock, who was not only handsome but also a professional in the business world. Their connection was evident from the beginning, and after dating for a while, they made the decision to marry in a private ceremony. The wedding seemed to mark the beginning of a new chapter in Clarkson's life, a chapter filled with family and love. But as time passed, cracks began to appear in their seemingly perfect union. Clarkson, a successful and powerful woman in her own right, began to sense that something was off. Despite the couple's outwardly successful marriage and their children, Clarkson began to question her trust in Blackstock. Behind closed doors, Clarkson started feeling that Blackstock was no longer a supportive husband and partner, but someone who was more interested in maintaining the lavish lifestyle that came with being married to a famous celebrity. The first signs of trouble in the marriage surfaced when Clarkson became more aware of Blackstock's business dealings. Sources close to the singer began to reveal that Clarkson began feeling as though Blackstock was not fully transparent with her about their financial situation. She had always been incredibly financially responsible and worked hard to ensure her success in the entertainment industry, but she began to feel that Blackstock had a very different attitude toward money and the couple's joint finances. Clarkson felt as though her hard work and accomplishments were being used to fuel the lifestyle of someone who didn't necessarily earn their share. In interviews following their divorce, Clarkson has spoken about the emotional toll the situation took on her. She confided that she began to feel trapped in the marriage, questioning the authenticity of their connection. For Clarkson, the trust that once existed between her and Blackstock began to erode. This sense of mistrust, combined with the growing realization that Blackstock was perhaps more interested in her wealth than in their marriage, left Clarkson in a state of emotional confusion and heartbreak. The marriage, which had once seemed so promising, now felt like a prison. At the heart of Clarkson's feelings of betrayal was her belief that Blackstock was using her for her money and the lifestyle that came with being married to one of the most successful and beloved pop stars of the time. Clarkson's career, which had skyrocketed after her win on American Idol, had earned her not only critical acclaim but also significant financial success. This success allowed her to live a life of luxury, but as time went on, she started to question whether Blackstock's love and affection were genuine or whether he was simply benefiting from her success. Sources close to Clarkson have indicated that her growing doubts about Blackstock's motivations led her to feel isolated and alone. As she continued to rise in the entertainment world, she began to feel like she was carrying the weight of the relationship on her own shoulders. She couldn't shake the feeling that Blackstock was no longer a true partner in their marriage, but instead was focused on maintaining a comfortable lifestyle at her expense. This imbalance in the relationship created a rift between the couple that was impossible to ignore. For Clarkson, the turning point came when she realized that she couldn't trust Blackstock any longer. She had spent years building her career and achieving success on her own terms, but Blackstock's involvement in her business affairs and his role as her manager raised red flags. There were concerns that he had become too invested in her career and was using his position to leverage more control over her finances. Clarkson felt as though she was being manipulated into supporting a lifestyle that was not her own, and this was a turning point that ultimately led her to divorce Blackstock was a painful one, but it was also a necessary one for her own well-being. After years of feeling that her marriage was built on shaky ground, Clarkson knew that she needed to take action to regain control of her life. The divorce process, which played out publicly, was a difficult one for Clarkson, but it also gave her the opportunity to reflect on the emotional and psychological toll that the relationship had taken on her. She spoke openly about the challenges she faced during the process, acknowledging that it was one of the hardest things she had ever done. In the aftermath of the divorce, Clarkson has been focusing on healing and rediscovering her sense of self. She has been vocal about her journey of self-love and personal growth, sharing her experiences with her fans as she moves forward in life. Clarkson has always been a source of inspiration for her fans, and her transparency about her personal struggles only deepened her connection with those who look up to her. Through her music, her television show, and her candid interviews, Clarkson has shown her fans that it is possible to overcome even the most difficult challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. The divorce from Blackstock also marked a turning point in Clarkson's career. After the split, she continued to focus on her music and her television career, but now with a renewed sense of independence and empowerment. She had always been known for her powerhouse vocals and her ability to connect with her audience, but now, more than ever, Clarkson's music resonated with those who had followed her journey. Her fans, many of whom had grown up with her since her American Idol days, could relate to her struggles and admired her for speaking out about her personal life. For Clarkson, moving forward meant putting herself first and trusting her instincts. She had spent years prioritizing others and trying to make her marriage work, but now she was focused on her own happiness. This new chapter in her life has included focusing on her career, her children, and her own self-care. Clarkson's fans have rallied behind her, offering support as she navigates life post-divorce. As the divorce proceedings came to a close, Clarkson and Blackstock settled into a co-parenting arrangement that allows them to raise their children in a healthy and stable environment. Clarkson has continued to share glimpses of her family life on social media, often showing how she and Blackstock have worked together to ensure that their children are happy and well-adjusted despite the challenges their parents have faced. The importance of co-parenting has been a central theme in Clarkson's post-divorce life, and she has emphasized that her children's well-being will always be her top priority. While Clarkson's divorce from Blackstock was a painful chapter in her life, it also marked the beginning of a new era for the singer. Her journey has been one of resilience, strength, and determination, and she continues to inspire millions with her openness about her struggles and triumphs. Clarkson's story is a reminder that even the most successful individuals face personal challenges, and that it is possible to come out stronger on the other side. As Clarkson moves forward, it's clear that she is focused on building a life that is true to herself. Her experience with Blackstock has taught her the importance of trust, self-love, and the need to prioritize her own happiness. Through her music, her television show, and her personal journey, Clarkson continues to be an inspiration to many, proving that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rise above and find strength. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.